This video is one of a series that will help you memorize your Al-Kitab textbook vocabulary in preparation for your Arabic 131 course. This is part of your vocabulary for unit or lesson 4. We left off at samak, which is a fish. Samak is a fish. Samak, and plural form of that is asmak, 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 asmak. It's a broken plural form. Asmak. Your next vocabulary word is shurba, shurba. This is soup. Shurba, shurba. You might see it spelled without the wow there. Sometimes you'll have the wow, sometimes you won't. Shurba, shurba. This is soup. Shurba. This word you might have seen previously. Sadiq, Sadiq. Sadiq is a friend, and then the feminine version is Sadiqa, Sadiqa, Sadiqa. This has a sod and a qaf. Sadiqa, Sadiqa. The plural form of Sadiq is Asdiqa, 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 Asdiqa. And the plural form of Sadiqa is Sadiqat, 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 Sadiqat. Now, in your vocabulary list, you'll only have this first word listed, at-tufula, at-tufula. That means childhood. At-tufula, 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 childhood. And in Arabic, we say the childhood, right? It's a conceptual thing. So we add the word the childhood. Now, these other two words here, tifl, tifl is a child. Tifl, tifl. And then plural children is atfal, atfal, atfal. Those are children. Atfal. This is a very important word for you. Matam. Matam is a restaurant. Matam, matam, matam. It has an ayn in the middle of it. Matam, matam, matam. And then the plural form is mata'im, 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 mata'im. This word means individual. An individual is fard, 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 with a dal at the end of it. Fard, fard, fard. And the plural form is afrad, 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 afrad. This is a fruit. Fakiha, fakiha, fakiha. And then plural form is fawakih, fawakih, with a soft H, a ha, a ha, a ha at the end of it. Fawakih, fawakih, fakiha, fawakih. Fruit and fruits. Now we have these prepositions for before and after. Qabla, 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 or qabl. You might hear qabl or qabla. That is before. That's up top in the top right corner. And then ba'd, ba'd, or ba'da, ba'da, ba'da. That means after, right? And then you can put a noun after either of these two. Um, and in this case, the example provided is if you wanted to say afternoon, right? You could say ba'd, ba'da dhuhr, ba'da dhuhr. Ba'da dhuhr means afternoon. We say after the noon in Arabic. Ba'da ad-dhuhr. Ba'da ad-dhuhr. Ad-dhuhr is noon, the noon. Ad-dhuhr, ad-dhuhr. If you wanted to say before noon, It's قبل الظهر. قبل الظهر. قبل الظهر. Before noon. And this ism here, I know you know that means name, but it also means noun. So that's what's being indicated there. So you could put a noun after qabla. If you write the word qabla or say the word qabla, you have to put a noun after it. If you want to put a verb after it, you have to add another preposition. You have to say qabla an, and then you put your verb. But in this case, we're talking about nouns only after qabla and bada, so you don't need the additional preposition an, which means that, right? Here's your next verb conjugation. You'll notice instead of having our hamsa with our aleph seat at the beginning, as we did with to eat, now we have it at the end. So this is qarra'a, 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 qarra'a. This is to read or to recite. Qarra'a, qarra'a, which has a qaf and a hamsa with an aleph seat. In this case, you could just say it has a hamsa, right? At the end of it. So ana aqra, I read or I recite or I am reading or I am reciting. What about you masculine? Anta taqra, anta taqra, anta taqra. You feminine? Anti taqrain, anti taqrain, anti taqrain, taqrain, taqrain. What about he or it masculine? Huwa yakra, huwa yakra, huwa yakra. He reads or he recites or he is reading. What about she or it feminine? Hiya takra, hiya takra, hiya takra. What about we read or recite? Nahnu nakra, nahnu nakra, nahnu nakra. All of you read or recite is antum taqra'un. Antum taqra'un. Notice here the hamsa, the seat of the hamsa changes from an aleph to a waw. And there are some complex rules as to what the seat of the hamsa will be, depending upon what long vowels are to the left or to the right of it, or what short vowels are to the left or to the right of it, or what short vowels are above it or below it. But for now, just know that for this verb, in most instances, there's an aleph seat, but in the case of you all, there's a wow seat for that hamsa. So this is antum takraun, and then for they read, hum yakraun, hum yakraun. Notice also here we have a wow seat as well. So it's not just the you all instance, but it's the they instance. So hum yakraun takes a wow underneath the seat, underneath the hamza. Hum yakraun. And as always, we can add a uh, direct object or indirect object, in this case, direct object pronoun suffix to the end of this. Akra'uhu, akra'uhu. I read it. I read it. Akra'uhu. And then you can say akra'uha. I read it, and whatever it is that you're reading is feminine instead of masculine. Like, for instance, the book is masculine, the sentence is feminine, so you could say akra'uhu or akra'uha, akra'uha, for I'm reading it feminine. And then the verbal noun here is a much different form. It's al-qira'a. And notice how you have a free-floating, freestanding hamsa here, which is unique to the rules of hamsa as well. In this case, it's not taking a seat. And I'm not going to get into the complex rules of the hamsa seats or the absence of the seats. But this is al-qira'a, al-qira'a, al-qira'a is reading. Al-qira'a jayda, reading is good, right? Our next verb is qala, qala, qala li, to say or to tell. Qala li, to say or to tell someone. And li means for, but in this case, we loosely translate this as to, right? So ana aqul li, so I am telling or saying to someone, right? Anta تقول لي. You, masculine, are saying. أنت تقول لي. And then أنتِ تقولين لي. You, feminine, are saying or telling to someone. أنتِ تقولين لي. And then he is هو تقول. And then you can add لي. Or you can just say يقول. هو يقول. And then she, for she, is saying or telling. هي تقول. Or you could say هي تقول لي. هي تقول لي. The plural forms. نحن نقول. And then لي. نحن نقول. نحن نقول. For you all. أنتم تقولون. أنتم تقولون. أنتم تقولون. And the rules with this li, this preposition li, which means for, they can change. If you're going to say li, that someone is saying to me, there'll be a kasra underneath the lam. If you're saying to you, masculine or feminine, there'll be a fatha above the lam. It'll be laka or lucky. So that's the reason why there's no short vowel over or above the lam for that preposition li there, because the short vowel can change depending upon who is being told, right? So you all say is antum takulun, and for they say hum yakulun, hum yakulun, and we, as stated earlier, we can add our prepositions. Add to our the end of our prepositions as suffixes our objects. Who is being told in this instance, lahu, lahu. It's being told to him, right? Then laha is listed underneath that. It's being told to her, laha, laha. And then the verbal noun, the concept, the idea, al-qawl, al-qawl. Al-qawl is saying or telling. Al-qawl jayid, al-qawl jayid. Saying is good or telling is good. Here's your next verb. كتب 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 is to write, or it also means he wrote. كتب كتب with a kaf. كتب. If you want to say I am writing or I write habitually, أنا أكتب. أنا أكتب. أنا أكتب. Notice how there's a dhamma above the ta there. So the second syllable has an u sound in it. Aktub. Aktub. And that's the way the stem is for this present tense conjugation. If you want to say you masculine, write or are writing, anta taktub, anta taktub, anta taktub. You feminine, anti taktubin, anti taktubin, anti taktubin. He writes, or it masculine, huwa yaktub, huwa yaktub, huwa yaktub. She writes, هي تكتب, هي تكتب, هي تكتب. We write, نحن نكتب, نحن نكتب, نحن نكتب. You all write, أنتم تكتبون, أنتم تكتبون, أنتم تكتبون, أنتم تكتبون. They write, هم يكتبون, هم يكتبون, هم يكتبون. If you want to say, I am writing it, and whatever it is you're writing is masculine, like a book, أكتبه الكتاب. I am writing it, the book. أكتبه الكتاب. If you're writing something that's feminine, like a sentence, أكتبها أكتبها الجملة أكتبها الجملة. And then this verbal noun takes the same form as al-qira'a. It's al-kitaba, al-kitaba. This is writing. Al-kitaba jayida. Writing is good. Al-kitaba jayida. Al-kitaba. Notice how I'm saying the word al with the lam pronunciation because kaf is a moon letter. In our next video, we'll cover this kul word.